Hello class, welcome back again to my class. Can you hear me clearly? And am I visible to you? Alright, you can just see me in our virtual class. So for today, let us start. I will call on someone who will lead the prayer, okay? Miss Goradillo. Okay. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Amen. Amen. So right now, I will check your attendance. So before we will start our class discussion, I will give you a activity. This is a warm-up activity for you. That is called prediction. Okay. So the instruction for this activity, I will play a song by Adele that I prepared. That would be Easy on Me. You know that song, right? Okay. So you will make guesses about what you learn as you listen to the music that I prepared. Okay? Alright. So after listening, you are to write guesses in your scratch paper, or you will directly type it on the chat box that we have here in our virtual class. Okay? So I will play the song now by Adele, and you may start now. Alright, that's time is up. So, what lesson can you think from our activity? Alright, thank you, guys. So, what lesson can you think from the activity that we had earlier? Okay, so what do you think also that would be the topic connected to listening? So, let us now proceed to our discussion. What do you mean by speech or a prosodic? Alright, so prosodic is relating to rhythm or intonation, or the way a speaker's voice rises and falls of language. A speech also is the ability to express thoughts and emotions through vocal sounds and gestures. The act of doing this is also known as speech. So there are 5 prosodic features of speech. First is the intonation, a complex system of meaning communicated through the rise and fall of a speaker's voice. There are 4 types of intonation. That would be falling intonation. It is when we lower our voice at the end of the sentence. This usually happens in statements and in questions that contain words like where, when, what, why, how, and. So for example, for the falling intonation is my name is Adair Ferreira. Did you notice the intonation, the falling intonation in that example? Alright. Let us proceed to the next type of intonation. That would be rising intonation. It is when we rise the pitch of our voice at the end of a sentence. We use this kind of intonation in questions that are answered with yes or no. So, for example, are you American? Are you American? Alright. You already noticed the rising intonation in that example, right? Okay, so for the next type of intonation, it is a non-final intonation sentences. The pitch rises and falls within the sentence. This type of intonation is used with unfinished thoughts, introductory phrases, series of words, and also when we express choices. So the example is, she bought the magazine, but she didn't read it. Can you notice the difference if it is a rising or falling intonation in it? Okay. So for the next or for the last type of intonation, that would be wavering intonation. It is used when we express specific emotions or attitudes within a word. You can express, for instance, surprise, anger, sarcasm, hesitation, fear, amazement, and also among others. So, like, you listen to a word says, you did, right? It's like you are portraying an emotion in it when saying that phrase, you did, showing that you are curious or very surprised or disappointed or angry. Alright, so let us proceed to the next prosodic feature of speech, that would be loudness. The unit of measurement for loudness is the decibel, or dB. Depending on the vocal behavior, intensity level can vary considerable from a whisper at around 10 dB or 10 decibel to loud shouting which may reach up to 90 decibel. I will give you examples about how loud things can be according to decibel. So a whisper can have a 10 decibel. So a rustling leaves can have 10 decibel, the same with a whisper. So a quiet voice, that's 35 to 40 decibel. A background noise, suburb, that would be 35 decibel also. So singing, it says 100 decibel. It takes 100 decibel. The same with a iPad at maximum level. Alright? So the next prosodic feature of speech, that would be tempo. The pace of speech is called a tempo. These two can be varied. Fast speech can convey urgency, whereas lower speech can be used for emphasis. For the next prosodic features of speech, that would be rhythmicality. Rhythm is the sense of movement in speech, marked by the stress, timing, and quantity of syllables. An example of rhythm is someone dancing in time with music. So I will give you an example, that would be I like Colombia. So I will give you an example so that you can easily understand what is rhythmicality mean. Alright? For the next one, that would be tension. A voice quality identified with excessive strain involving respiratory and rhetorical dynamics. Excessive strain may be evident in the articulatory, phonatory, and aerodynamic aspects of speech production. So product. So the tension is the product. Other example is production. The tension is in the doc syllable, or the doc word, production. So for the technology, that's technology. It is on the knob, technology, right? Okay, let's wrap up our discussion. That would be what are speech and what is prosodic. Okay, there are 5 prosodic features of speech also. That would be intonation, loudness, tempo, rhythmicality, and tension. Okay, so for our activity for today, I will give you an activity. It is called Gap Fill. Alright, so I will play a song, Love Story, alright, by Taylor Swift, and then the song will stop and you will guess what is the next word or the next lyrics for the song the moment it stops. And after, I will ask what is that prosodic element present in the activity. Alright, again, I will play a song Love Story by Taylor Swift, and then when the song stops, you are to guess the next word or the next lyrics for the song Love Story. And then I will ask you, or I will randomly call name for you to have what prosodic element present in the activity. Alright? I will give you 5 minutes for that, guys. You may start now. Thank you very much, class, for that great activity. So right now, I will give you an activity in our Google Classroom, and you are just to answer that one for about 20 minutes, okay? So you are given 20 minutes. So at 11:50, we'll close the Google Classroom for your answers, okay? So thank you very much, guys, and also I will provide you an assignment. See you in our next meeting.